Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to another video. This time we're down here at Gingerman Raceway in South Haven, Michigan, and this is one of my favorite racetracks. The track surface is amazing, and the pits are amazing. It's got food, gas, everything you need right here at the track. It's just a great place, and the goal of this session, I want to try to kind of copy the coach up front here lines, and I would like to stay with him long enough to copy his lines, and I'm trying to keep him in sight and see, following him I really get this corner right here good right now, and coming up you'll see where I don't carry enough speed into it, and I'm kind of choppy on the throttle, and instead of a smooth around corner, it's kind of a point and shoot deal. On the 600, you really want to carry your speed around there, and these faster guys, even on the bigger bikes, are really good at that. So I'm really trying to follow him and pick up some lines here. This track also doesn't have any big, huge straightaways, where the bigger bikes have a big advantage on the 600s. And again, I'm on a 05 GSXR 600, and pretty much all I got done to it is race plastics. It's got no street, lost all the street lights and all that kind of stuff, all the electronics. I did do some electronic upgrades where I've got, quick shift and auto blip and that kind of thing, but none of the other kind of electronics with traction controller and whatnot. So you don't really need a lot to come out and ride at a quick pace. This isn't it is an expensive sport to pay for the track days, but as far as bikes, you don't need a top end bike to be competitive. You just need a bike that's set up for you and it's well maintained. I was lucky enough when I bought this bike, I got it with 8,000 miles from the guy that bought it new, so you need a decent bike to start with. Now these two guys, I'm gonna have to get by them, and they're both on bigger CC bikes than me, so I've got to plan a little bit to get by them both. I'm in the intermediate class, and you can't just buzz somebody up the inside. There's 6 feet passing rule for me, and you wouldn't want to really buzz anybody up the inside anyways. This isn't a race, although I do want to kind of stay with that coach. I got to get by these guys safe. So them being on the bigger bikes, and you're going to see here on this straightaway that they just walk right away from me. Though I'm proud of my little 600. She goes pretty good. It is a little loud. I had to go with the GP exhaust on this bike, and that is basically just a stinger on the end of your headers. But the only reason I had to do that is because it came up in the back of my foot pegs to the point where I couldn't, it wouldn't let me have my rear sets where I needed them to be, and I would literally, my foot hit on it, so I couldn't put my foot where I needed it to be. Couldn't lower my heel. Now taking better lines on the 600, I'm able to carry more speed through the corners, and that's where I'm making up all my time. As you can see, as soon as I get into a place where I can hit the gas, I'm making up my time in the braking here, and then obviously the corners. You can see anytime right there, I was an idiot. That was all my fault. I could have really accelerated, but I misshifted or didn't shift, and I was in the wrong gear coming to that corner. That guy just, I was just pretty much in the way. I lost all my momentum. Here a slower rider kind of holds him up for a minute, and I'm able to get up on this guy, and then you just brake later. But on the 600, that's where I'm making up my time, is braking in the corners, and better lines obviously. That line right there, if you go wide, swing out all the way through, you can really carry a lot more speed through there. And then same thing right here, swing out wide. you carry a lot more speed down this. And again, I could have passed him right there, but you don't really want to push it up the inside. On the straightaway, again, they just walk away, but if I'm on it long enough, I can get him in the braking. And then now, using a better line, carry most speed into the front straightaway, and you can just walk away. Now you've got a clear track. Hopefully I can catch up to the coach here. Well, I'd not say catch up to him. Obviously, I'm not fast enough to track him down, but other riders will get in his way, or there'll be a pack of riders. Hopefully I can catch up. We'll get a couple, or a clean lap here with nobody in front. In the right gear, you can really carry a lot of speed. See, I think I should have, with that corner, wait just a little bit more to come into it, and then make more of a sweeping corner. Also, being in, when I was going around those other guys, I was in a gear too low coming around here, and if you're in a gear higher, that transition right there is so much easier. When you're in the higher RPMs, the bike is real tight, and shifting up in the extra gear where I'm in right now really makes that transition so much easier. It's like the bike's fighting you when you're in high revs. She pulls pretty good for a 600. Fast forward a little bit here, and we get caught up to the next little group. Got a guy on an R6. And this is that transition I was just talking about. So when you're leaned over right here, if you're in a higher gear, right, when you lean over that way, it's so much easier and smoother. Just keep a steady throttle on and swing it wide. Get a couple people here in the braking. Again, like I said before, you have to watch going up the inside. No reason to press it. It's not like it's a race. And this is the kind of stuff that you want to work on, or they tell you to work on to get to the advanced class, is getting, planning your passes. And on bigger, like these are all pretty much bigger bikes than me, so I've really got to plan my passes. Like right there, those were 2,000 cc's, and here is a new KTM. Oh, I'm not real familiar with the KTM bigger bikes, like a Super Duker or something like that. That was kind of a crappy line through there. So another thing I gotta work on is when I'm in traffic, not so much focus on the people in front of me, is just look through them. Pay attention to them out of the corner of your eye. You don't need to stare right at them, focus on my lines, and you can see if somebody's slowing up or not. slow down a little bit more for that since I was a little bit to the right. I can carry more speed if you're farther out to the left. I just love this track. Well, that's about it. Thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and everybody stay safe out there.